Hello you beautiful top 10ers, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm very excited as always because, yep, I'm Rebecca Felgate and this is the fabulous channel Most Amazing Top 10. It's getting big, it's getting great, almost the size of the earth. Shoehorn into what today's top 10 is about. Today we are bringing you a very cheerful top 10. It is top 10 things that can destroy the earth. Yes, grab your popcorn because this is about to get heavy. So before I get started guys, I want to hear from you. Yes, you, right out there. I want to know what you like to do in your spare time. What is your favourite thing? If you had a day to yourself, how would you spend it? Personally, I would hang out with my friends, maybe have some food, just, you know, have a laugh. Let me know in the comment section down below. So on that happy note, let's take it down a notch with the top 10 things that can destroy planet Earth. At number 10, we have the sun exploding. So guys, we just need to come to terms with the fact that one day the sun will explode. It's a star, it has a lifespan, it is inevitable. The good news is that we're probably a few million years off this happening just right now. Now the sun is made up of hydrogen which will one day burn out, but before that happens the sun will expand into a red giant. Now this may in fact burn up our planet, it will certainly change things for planet Earth. Our sun is roughly in the middle of its life cycle and is expected to get to red giant status in a few 100 million years, so no biggie. As crazy as it sounds, number 9 could be a more pressing issue. We have aliens. Okay, so this may well be the most ridiculous thing on the list, but if you think about it, it's not really that ridiculous after all. Almost all scientists believe that there is life out there. Now whilst we are flourishing here on planet Earth, probability suggests that there is life out there, and who knows what level of technological advancement they could be at. Now if other life forms are threatening, they could want to destroy planet Earth. Also, we don't know what status their planet's at, if it's kind of a dying planet, if their sun's exploding, expanding, they might be looking for another place to live, which means they could get rid of the whole human race. Now whilst this does sound pretty elaborate, even Professor Stephen Hawking thinks this is a problem, he's a little bit worried about this, and Stephen Hawking is one of the greatest minds in the world. Getting slightly more plausible at number 8, we have the possibility of a solar flare. Now solar flares have happened before. They are enormous magnetic outbursts from the sun that bombard the earth with a torrent of high-speed subatomic particles. Now these have happened before on a smaller scale. They can interrupt with telephone communications, they can raise the heat of the earth, but if a really serious one happened, it could burn up the ozone layer and even fry planet Earth. It would be over for us. Staying intergalactic at number 7, we have black holes. Now guys, I hate to tell you this, but black holes are hanging out in our cosmic hood. Now the most likely thing that would happen if a black hole entered our solar system would be planets would be torn from their orbits and smash into each other. Now in the unlikely event that we missed out on all the planets smashing, asteroids would also be torn out of their orbit and pelt directly towards planet Earth. Boom. Now if enough asteroids hit Earth, the whole kind of surface of the Earth could set fire. This would be a nightmare. But even if we avoided the planet smashing and the asteroids, if a black hole got close enough, Earth itself would be sucked in and we couldn't even deal with the density. Earth would literally implode or explode. We would die. Moving away from space and getting back down to planet Earth, at number 6 we have supervolcanoes. Now you may not know this, but out here on planet Earth we actually have volcanoes that if they erupted could destroy all humanity. One such massive volcano is the Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, Montana, USA. Now this measures 35 miles long and 45 miles wide. Now this volcano erupts roughly every 600,000 years and we are overdue an eruption now. Now if the volcano did erupt, there would obviously be immediate complications with the lava that would knock out the surrounding area, so people kind of around there, they would die immediately. But also the volcanic ash would cloud the earth, it would block out the sun, which could lead to a mini ice age. No one would survive. That's not the only supervolcano out there. There are in fact supervolcanoes in Italy, also in Canada, in Indonesia, in Japan, and in New Mexico. In at number 4 of our top 10 things that could destroy the earth, we have a global pandemic. Now a pandemic is an epidemic of infectious disease that spreads to a wide area. This could even spread to the surface of the earth. Everyone on earth could be infected with a disease in a worst case pandemic scenario. Now in the Middle Ages, the bubonic plague roughly wiped out 50% of all Europeans. And in more recent times, we have the onslaught of Ebola. If there were ever to be a zombie apocalypse, this would count as a pandemic. Luckily in today's modern age and modern technology and modern science, it's kind of unlikely. In at number 3 we have the burning of the ozone layer. Now, the ozone layer is pretty freaking important. It protects us from UV rays. Now, if we're exposed directly to these rays, we can get cancer. In fact, it's very likely that we would. Luckily, we have the ozone layer at the moment to filter this out. However, if it was burned up, we wouldn't have it. It could be a disaster. UV rays can also stunt the growth and photosynthesis of a variety of crops and can also affect reproductivity in the aquatic life. So there is the possibility of humans destroying the ozone layer and also a possibility of solar flares destroying it, which would end the Earth as we know it. Getting very close here, in at number 2 of the top 10 things that could destroy the Earth, we have getting hit by an asteroid. Now, I've tried to order this list from a scale of unlikely to more likely, and getting hit by an asteroid is actually, I hate to say, pretty likely. However, the scale and size totally depends. We'll probably be okay. So we all know of one scenario where an asteroid irrevocably changed the face of the Earth, and that is when an asteroid the size of the Isle of Wight hit Mexico 65 million years ago. Now, this asteroid absolutely totally wiped out the dinosaur population. Dinosaurs had been wandering the Earth for 160 million years before that, and they could not survive this. If it happened before, it could happen again. The entire human race could be wiped out, and if the asteroid was big enough, it could knock Earth out of its orbit, although this is very unlikely. Also, in the age that we're living in, we have developed systems that can blast asteroids up so they become smaller, so we probably don't need to worry about this. Probably. So guys, we've had asteroids, we've had the sun exploding, we've had aliens, we've had all kinds of things that could end the Earth. However, what is the number one thing that could destroy the Earth? For me, it has to be World War III. Humans are far more likely to destroy the Earth than space at this point. There's absolutely no arguing with the fact that if there was another world war, this probably would be the end of it. I'm talking major war, everyone fighting everyone. It could be chaos. Not only is it highly likely that chemical warfare would be reintroduced on an alarming scale, killing millions, it is more likely that nuclear war will destroy the Earth as we know it. Now, the dropping of the atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki ended World War II, but it left devastating consequences. Now, this was only 2 bombs. Imagine in a third world war scenario where every country has an atomic bomb, it could be an absolute nightmare. And trust me, you don't want to die that way. Imagine hundreds of atomic bombs being dropped. Nuclear pollution could destroy all life on Earth, along with all species and humans. We would all die, probably from radioactive poisoning. And of course, if enough atomic bombs were detonated, it could tear holes in the Earth, thus destroying it altogether. Although I will say it would take quite a lot of them. So guys, let's all be friends. Let's maybe not drop any nuclear bombs, because I kind of like the Earth and want to live on it for like a while. So guys, that was our top 10 list of things that can destroy the Earth. Let's just take this all with a pinch of salt. I don't want to scare you guys. It's probably not going to happen. We're all cool. But do you know what? YOLO, if that's the case, why not go out there and enjoy life while the Earth still exists? I'm Rebecca Felgate. This has been Most Amazing Top 10. Why not check out our other videos? They are fabulous. Also, let me know what you thought to today's video in the comments section down below, and I will respond to as many comments as I can. I will see you next time.